Hello, people. Welcome to new Bryce talk show episode. Thank you all for watching, listening, all that wonderful stuff, and we're gonna get right into what we're gonna do. We're gonna start talking about me making vocals, making a cappella tracks, and also it being spring, but it feels like not because the Ohio weather is strange. And we're gonna maybe talk about Gopro and maybe a little rant about their software. Alright, without further ado, get ready for this wonderful show. Hit that subscribe button and we'll start the show. So, we're gonna talk. As you know, I like to do a lot of things. I did an app review on the app Moises. M-O-I-S-E-S, Moises. Moises, I know Moises is a funny name, kind of different name to say. But, for those of you who haven't watched it, which I know I'm sure not a lot of people have, it's one of these things that let you make a cappella tracks. What I'm talking about is it can do track separation and vocals, so you can have one track having instrumental only and one track with the vocals only. So everyone will know what a song sounds like by just having one track that's instrumental without any vocals, or the track with vocals only without a lot of the instruments. Well, that's what it is. So if you want to go back into that, I'll link the video in the description so you can check it out. It's quite fun, let me tell you. Now, I was looking for acapellas, things where you can add and remove vocals too. You know, I thought it was fun. I think I heard about it a lot, especially online. So I thought, I want to check this out. And I've also used Audacity, which sometimes isn't that well either, for doing that sort of things, vocals and isolation like that. It doesn't really work that well. I mean, you could change some settings, but anyway. So, if I downloaded the app, there's an app and the website, moises.ai. And if you want to log in, just type studio.moises.ai. Studio with a period, a dot, then moises.ai. And if you're already logged in, it will take you to your library and your profile and all that stuff. So, yes, there's two ways you can use the app, which I use, and if you don't want the app, you can also do the computer, which I think, as of right now, I've been doing different testing to see which is better. I think the computer might just be a little better. It might just be a little better. But it always depends on the song. But over in the beginning days when I would use it, it was still pretty good. I started using it about, maybe 6 months, 7 months of using it. Then around the beginning of this year, or maybe a couple months, they released new updates, kind of changing it, having the preserved frequencies turned on as default, where usually you had to turn that on, but I always had it off because I thought it would kind of mess the tracks up a little bit, but now they kept it on as default, which I don't know. So there's a lot of, things that I've tried doing. I'm gonna play you some new tracks that I just added vocals to. Let's first start off with Eiffel 65, Move Your Body.
Move your body, everybody, move your body, come on now everybody, move your body, everybody, come on now everybody, move your body, everybody, move your body, come on now everybody, move your body, everybody, come on now everybody, move your body, everybody, move your body, come on now everybody, move your body, everybody, come on now everybody.
And want to show you Outcast The Way You Move.
So click the ticket, let's see your seatbelt fasten. Trunk rattling like two midgets in the back seat wrestling. Speaker box vibrate the tag, make it sound like aluminum cans in the bag. But I know y'all wanted that 808, can you feel that BASS bass? But I know y'all wanted that 808, can you feel that BASS bass?
I like the way you move. I like the way you move. I love the way you move. I love the way. I love the way. I love the way you move. I love the way you move. I love the way you move. I love the way. I love the way.
The whole room fell.
And also, One Goal from Eiffel 65.
All we need is one more goal. All we need is one more goal. All we seek is one goal. One goal. All we need is one goal. All we need is one more goal. All we need is one more goal. All we seek is one goal. One goal. All we need is one goal.
Now, the problem that I think happens, sometimes the vocal sometimes has a different kind of sound, especially with a lot of upbeat songs, especially on the computer. Sometimes it does that, but it depends on what song. Now, you may see better results on the computer, maybe. I might do a comparison on some of the tracks to see what these songs sound like with the computer and the app itself. I have a folder on my Google Drive called Moises, and I put all a lot of songs that I did track separation on. So you want to check that out. I will also have that linked in the description. But it's kind of fun doing it. And even sometimes what I would do is I would use the little vocals for a TikTok, like a short TikTok. So, I would trim the audio. I would make a new audio file. Obviously, I wouldn't go on that file and change it, because I already want the full song. I don't want to trim that. But what I would do is make a new file and just trim make a short file with that and put it on TikTok. Not all of them, but I did a couple. But usually I would do it just to kind of have fun and listen to what it sounds like, even if I didn't really share it anywhere. But I have it on Google Drive, so. And I'll keep adding new stuff to that folder. So definitely take a look at that folder, and it's a lot of fun. If you want to do that yourself, download Moises, and even look at the app reviews number 9 video, where I took a look at the app itself. And also visit the website studio.moises.ai. If you want to experiment with songs like that, I would definitely want to say you should try it out. I've tried other things. Some of them seem complicated. Some of the UI is kind of shady. And I use a screen reader, and maybe some of the functions and buttons are messed up, so. But this one seems pretty good to get around. Alright. Now let's talk about this GoPro. Now, as you all know, I have a GoPro Hero 5. It's an old GoPro, I know. But I gotta talk about GoPro itself, first of all. Now, GoPro is great for making cameras like these, and even the new cameras, just because they're waterproof and they're so protective, and they can break hard. It's not so easy to break it, and many other things. But mainly the software and other things, how you can retrieve your recordings and all this stuff. I had the GoPro app. Back then it was called Capture, around a couple of years ago. And then they changed it, but that's not beside the point. It was a pain just to try to get it on there sometimes, and sometimes the downloads take so long to download the media. And sometimes the Wi-Fi might just stop, or heck, the GoPro gets so warm, probably because it's downloading stuff. And it's just not something to mess with. I get frustrated just doing it. And for whatever reason, if the camera shuts off, the Wi-Fi will shut off, and then I have to turn it back on and go back in. Another problem is the GoPro takes the video size on the GoPro. I mean, seriously. I could have a 3-minute video could turn into maybe 600 to even maybe a gigabyte in size. Give or take. Maybe 1 or 2 depending. And maybe 4 to 5 minute videos as up to 3 or 4 gigabytes in size. You know, I think for even shorter videos, for the size to go that big in that short amount of time, no wonder why the downloads take so long. I would used to screw around with the app, and it would just take its time, even in short videos. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this video is 2 minutes, at least 3 minutes. And already we're still trying to download this. You know, I try using GoPro. I don't know how I used GoPro Quick, but I started doing that. I had the USB on there, plugged in. Sometimes it doesn't recognize it. At least I'm doing something wrong. You know, GoPro Quick is another disaster thing for the PC. Not to mention, a lot of GoPro software isn't user-friendly at all, especially one that interacts with assistive technology. And also, I think what I would need to actually do now, if I wanted, because I think I would use it more, the GoPro more, if I buy an SD card reader. Because I could just load it in the file explorer like I usually do on like a flash drive, a hard drive, whatever it is, and preserve media that way. But also delete stuff off the card, because I really need to do that too. And there's a lot more stuff I really wanted to preserve and transfer over. And, you know, well, I mean, because why would I want to still use it and record it for nothing? I mean, that's just wasting a bunch of space on the card. You know, so definitely that's something to think about. And I'm sure they make bigger SD cards if this is how GoPro does, by making sizes on videos as small, even as 2 or 3 minutes, as maybe 700 or almost maybe 600 megabytes for just that one short video. I'm so surprised that even a 5-minute or 5-minute video could turn up to like 3 gigabytes. Maybe a 10-minute video, or even a 12-minute video could even do. But if you're thinking of doing shorter videos, maybe. I mean, I do long videos, but for short videos, if I do clips or long or short, but short videos shouldn't exceed a lot of big sizes. Unless that is you do a long video and you do a lot of things, but it shouldn't really be that much big size. That's another thing. Because the thing, I mean, goodness. And then, because I would do that than using any of the software that it comes with, because most of the time it's garbage, especially if you're using the mobile GoPro Quick app and connecting to the Wi-Fi. It's one thing if you walk away from the GoPro and you lose range, which is typical, but if you're still near the GoPro, and sometimes, which stuff does happen, but still, come on. I say just take all your software down, and we could just preserve it on SD card reader or edit it with our own editing software, not using any of their, stupid garbage programs that they offer. I mean, so that's my take on it. I think that the GoPro in their software needs a little shaping up, because it's just crazy. Now let's get into this. So this weekend it was at least nice out. I was able to be outside, and it was sunny at least. Ohio is pretty unpredictable, really. As it comes to weather, at least it is. Because soon it could turn to 75 and then friggin' 30 the next week. In the spring. That's how you get sick. Now, usually, I try not to get, talk about it a lot at this time, because I'd rather have it be doing this, because doing it in February and January would be absolutely worse, because the thing it just goes down and it never changes. It's always this gloomy, disgusting filth that the winter time is, and how disgusting it is, despite the only good thing being out of it is freezing all these horrible mosquitoes. But oh sheesh, I just but let me tell you something, I don't miss this for anything. I'll tell you that right now. So, yeah. I'm sure one day we'll be finally getting warm. I'll probably be out a little more. Might fly some drones. I got a new drone that lights up in the dark. It doesn't have a camera, but I have two drones at my dad's house that have at my grandma's house that have a camera, and one that doesn't. And the one drone that is at the house I'm at right now, Mom's house, I don't we try to figure out how that thing works, and I still need to find a USB where I can charge it. And I really want to find the one drones that make it better for when it's windy outside. It's funny. Even one little wind can make that drone. Any of these drones, it can make them, vroom. It'll just take off. I'll tell you one story. During one springtime in Florida, 2 years ago, when I was down for 2 weeks, which this year will be 2 years I was down there. I should do a vlog for that time and make it into a little movie. But I had Grandpa take my drone down there. I didn't want to put it in the airplane. Heck no. And my cousin and I were flying it, and we had no idea, because I just got it for Christmas, and I didn't want to use it until it was warmer outside, because I don't want nothing to do with winter. So I had no idea about how much wind it could do. So we carry it up and we have it flying, but eventually it gets really, really high, and then it loses range and comes down and lands on one of the neighbor's yard. Now, let me just tell you how lucky we were that we actually did find that thing. Because, we would have lost that thing, had we not find it. I don't think it was too windy, but you gotta realize, any kind of wind can make that thing take off for real. That's no joke. So, I really gotta get into those wind-resistant drones. So, yeah, definitely that'd be on my list to look into. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed listening and watching this video. Please do give this video thumbs ups and share your video around on social media and everywhere else, so that way it can be watched even more. Of course, I do it by sharing it on Facebook and other places, but you all can do it too. I know you can. If you see my post, share it to yours. And be sure to subscribe. I'll have links in the description for the things I discussed. I got more air checks and other great stuff to show for radio. And a lot more coming up. And it'll be great for y'all to see. Be sure to stay tuned. I'll see y'all later. Peace.